Hey, what's up everyone? Time to talk about some of the things I liked in the past month, except for this time it's the past 2 months, because I got so sick at the beginning of June when I would normally make the video for May, and I just could not make videos. Now it wasn't COVID. I'm pretty sure I made myself sick because I drank too much, got into a water balloon fight with some children, and then fell asleep outside overnight by a swimming pool. But I'm better now, and stronger than ever, and plotting my revenge this coming 4th of July. So this video will be things I liked in May and June, and that includes collectibles, movies, shows, but no books or comic books this time because I just wasn't reading. But I'll start out with Funko Pops, and I really liked this Doctor Strange Chase Funko Pop. A lot of the times, the chases, right, they're cool and everything, but they're not all that different. This one is different. This is what the common looks like. Pretty standard Doctor Strange pop. But look at the paint job on this chase. Now, honestly, I don't really remember this specific look in the movie, but I really like the way they did this on the pop. I like that the background even has that metallic blue. If you notice, even the cutout has this metallic blue stamping on it. Don't remember seeing that in any other pop. Them actually designing the actual cutout as well. It's a really nice touch. They really went above and beyond with this pop. The pop and the packaging. But yeah, I really like this blue color scheme on it. Very different than my other ones. And yeah, it might be probably, so far, in my opinion, the best chase of the year. And another Funko Pop that I really liked, that I picked up recently, is this Be Real as Dr. Green Thumb. Yes, another doctor. But the Pop Rocks line is one I really like. But what's cool about this one is it's not a mascot, which they've done before. And it's not just the artist, right? It's the artist as one of his characters from a music video, which I think is really cool. This is what Be Real actually looks like. Cool packaging on the back as well. I still do wish that Funko would put a little bit about the band itself. Maybe when they formed, they're still active, or just a little mini biography would be nice. But that's just, a small nitpicky kind of thing. But yeah, I really like that this one's very different than the other Pop Rocks, in that it's a character, basically, or a specific look from that music video, which isn't just them, being themselves. Yeah, and it's done really well. The mouth isn't sculpted. It would have been better if it was sculpted, but this is good enough. I like that the glasses have lenses. Just a detailed pop. Not the prettiest pop in the world. I just like the idea of it. Now, there was also a few Lego products that I really liked this past couple of months. And one of them are the botanicals, right? So this one I didn't like at first because the way that the bases were, these like little square black boxes, didn't look good to me. They didn't look like what a succulent pot looks like. So I didn't pick them up initially until I got the idea of, I can repot it if I want. So I put it in this more traditional style succulent pot and bought some loose 1x1s in brown and some wedges in like a sand color to mimic like the soil they would be in. And it took me a while to really arrange them so they can all fit in there, but I think it looks way better than the Lego base. From several feet away, they look like real succulents. They did a really good job on these. And yeah, I really like how this turns out. Pretty cool from Lego. And that wasn't the only botanical that I bought from Lego. I also got the orchids. And just like the succulents, from several feet away, they look real. And then when you notice they're made out of Lego, it's even cooler, right? Because I'm not one to display in my actual living room like something that looks too toyish or too like collectibles-ish. like a statue or something, for example, but these Lego botanicals toe the line of being a collectible or a toy and also like decorative. And I really just like the way they look in my living room. Plus, you know, I don't have to water them. They're not going to die. So when I bought these Lego botanicals, they had a free gift with purchase promotion at the Lego store. I believe they had it online as well. But you spent something like $160. I bought some other things too. You got this free gift with purchase, which is this Cosmic Cardboard Adventures. It's part of the Ideas line. The Ideas line is, you know, people that do their own creations, they submit them and then people vote. And I think if they get like 10,000 votes or something like that, Lego will consider them into becoming a set. And that's how this one started. But what I really like about it is the idea of it, right? It's supposed to mimic like a little kid making a spaceship out of cardboard in his bedroom with these little toy soldiers, right? The scissors, the paint. It's pretty cool. And then you got the teddy bear in a mech suit. It's just a cool idea and it's done really well. And I like that it's, you know, a smaller ideas set that Lego decided to give away. It's another thing I like too, because this is a pretty substantial item to be like a free gift with purchase. Like, I mean, something like this I think would normally cost something like 20 bucks or so. It's not bad. It's cool. And I do like that they also put this flag in there that kind of like, it's like a nod to some of the original Lego space sets. Really cool idea. Now moving on to movies. And I really enjoyed Doctor Strange. I have a full-on review of that on my channel if you want my more in-depth thoughts on that. Spoiler free, of course. But I really liked it, and it was better than I expected. Scarlet Witch was really cool, and all the secondary characters were way better than I imagined they were going to be as well. Just an overall solid Marvel movie. And another movie that I went into with super low expectations was Top Gun Maverick. Honestly, I was just craving like some popcorn. I wanted to get out of the heat for a little bit, recline, and just watch a movie. And I gotta say, I haven't felt so exhilarated watching a movie in a very long time. The flight scenes were very exciting. More exciting than most other action scenes that I've seen in a while. I tend to be one of those guys that like, if there's too much CGI nonsense going on in an action scene, I tend to get sleepy and really bored. But the action scenes in Top Gun Maverick were some of the best I've ever seen. The acting was pretty good. Of course, it's gonna be cheesy, but it was cheesy in a way that it really made me feel nostalgic for 80s movies. It felt like an 80s movie in a good way. Just very pleasantly surprised by Top Gun Maverick. And not to sound like a broken record, but the third movie I'm gonna talk about that I really liked, it's the same deal. I started watching it with very low expectations. There was nothing really else on that I really wanted to watch. And I ended up laughing a lot, really liking the movie, and then recommending it to friends and family. And that is Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers. Tons of funny jokes that adults would like, and kiddie enough that children would enjoy it too, pretty much the whole way. Kind of reminded me of Roger Rabbit. Not as good as that, but very good integration of animation and live action. But very surprised at the quality of like the comedy in it. Pretty much everything that Space Jam: A New Legacy did wrong, Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers did right.
Do you have any cheese for sale?
Oh, do I have for cheese? Let's see, we've got the Munster, the Gouda, the Brie.
Do you have any stinky cheese?
You cops.
And the fourth movie I'm going to recommend is not lighthearted and funny at all, and that is The Black Phone. And it's not so much because I think the movie is all that great. I actually found the ending and certain plot elements a little disappointing, only because the movie is so well made and so well acted that I wanted a little bit more from the story. But the real reason I'm recommending it is because of Madeline McGraw. I believe she's only 13, but she gave such a good performance in this movie that I really hope come awards time that they do nominate her for Best Actress. I mean, Anna Paquin won Best Actress when she was really little, and I feel like Madeline McGraw gave a better performance than anything Anna Paquin has ever done. She steals every scene she's in, and there are some scenes that, from her acting, I was like legitimately triggered and upset. And I don't know, like feeling some real emotions. And after the movie was over, her performance is what really stuck with me, despite the movie's flaws. Now moving on to TV shows, The Boys Season 3 so far is better than ever. I really liked Season 1. I thought Season 2 wasn't as good, but Season 3 so far has been great. Another show I really liked, and it's been out for a while, but I didn't watch it until last month, is The White Lotus on HBO. The White Lotus is a resort in Hawaii. And the beginning, it sets up this mysterious plot that unravels as the season goes on, but it's a dark comedy above everything, but it's got some great characters, great acting. It's just a very realistic story overall, with beautiful cinematography, with genuine drama and genuine laughs. And on Hulu, I really liked Candy. This is one of those shows that's a true crime show, but it's based on a real thing that happened with real people. So of course it's a little disturbing, right? Because it really happened. But if you like those kind of shows, you'll probably like Candy. And of course it's set in the 70s. So it's interesting from that angle too, right? Like how they recreated the 70s without it being like cheesy and stereotypical. They did it in a realistic way. Actually, The Black Phone did that too, because that takes place in the 70s as well. And I really like seeing how modern movies pull that off. Sometimes it's really bad, sometimes it's really good. And in both of these instances, it's really good. I also really liked Severance on Apple TV. Is it Apple TV? I forget what they call it, but it's Apple's streaming service. I think I got like 3 months free. There's not much on there. I should probably cancel it, to be honest. But Severance is really good. I don't want to tell you too much about it, except for that after watching the first season, the best way I could describe it is imagine The Office, the show The Office, except for if it was written by George Orwell. And the last show that I really enjoyed is Stranger Things Season 4. Similar to The Boys, I thought Season 2 and 3 of Stranger Things wasn't as good as the first season, but this fourth season just made me think, wow, this is better than ever. I know some people are complaining that each episode's way too long. It's like an hour and a half or whatever. But if you like something, the longer the better, I guess. But I do agree there was some parts of it that might have been a little overlong, that could have gotten wrapped up a little sooner, like Hopper's story, because I did find that the least interesting. But I still liked it. I just found it the least interesting compared to the other stories going on. I thought the bad guy was better than I expected. I liked the new characters, especially Eddie Munson. And, I bought this before, the season started. So I actually thought this guy was going to be like a bad guy or something, but I bought him expecting maybe if he was going to be popular that this guy might sell out, which he did. Kind of pricey to get him now. You're going to spend like $50-$60 to get him, but I think his pop came out really cool as well. Really cool character in Stranger Things. So many nostalgic feelings while I watch it, and it's also scary and creepy. And the music was great. I never expected to ever hear or Running Up That Hill by Kate Bush ever again. But now it's been stuck in my head for like over a month. More than like any modern song I've heard recently. They just don't make music the same anymore. I know, right? I sound like an old guy like, the kids these days with their hippity hop and their Mary Kay pop. It sucks. It's just not like the old days. But seriously, excellent use of music. The way it's intertwined throughout the whole season was really good. Alright guys, let me know in the comments below what you liked these past couple of months, what you would recommend to me, and it could be anything. I mean, anything that you liked. Alright, thanks for watching and take it easy.
Wish